Which Dragon Ball villain has the highest body count? Now, there is some good contenders when we look at it. We're counting like characters from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and even the movies. We're not going to go into Dragon Ball Heroes, but we're going to use pretty much those outlines of those characters. So let's get started. Now, we got some good contenders. Like I said, we got Vegeta when he was a villain, and he definitely has a high, body count, as we could see from his time as a villain of him conquering planets. We don't know how many planets he has destroyed around that time frame. And then even the same thing when we look at like a character like, Frieza. It's probably the same goes for him, but I don't think Frieza has as many, body count as like a Vegeta, because due to like his workers going out there to do the work for him. Now, don't get me wrong, he did destroy the whole planet Vegeta and probably other, planets and things that's off screen. Now, we're not going to even really put Cell in that conversation because Cell doesn't have, that amount. So contenders right now will be characters like Kid Buu, who wiped out, like Kid Buu or Super Buu. I'm just going to count the Boos together. I'm not going to make them separate. So with Super Buu pretty much taking out most of everybody on Earth, and you have Kid Buu, who went around for years destroying planets and like sections of the universe. It is kind of tricky a little bit to kind of like gauge how much of a body count that he has, but you could probably say he's up there because he's been here for like since the beginning of time. So that definitely gives him a lot of time to probably have the highest body count out of any of the villains. I would also say the original Broly, because at the start of the movie it stated that he destroyed the Southern Galaxy. Now later on in the film they discussed that he's still wreaking havoc in the South Galaxy, but so it's kind of a little bit like unclear and a little discrepancy with that when we look at like with Broly's character, because in one aspect they're saying that he destroyed the South Galaxy, and then in another aspect they're saying he's still over there wreaking havoc, or so it wasn't too clear. But if you be able to destroy like a whole quadrant of the galaxy, that is a lot, and that can equal to like a high body count. But overall, I may have to just give this to Buu, because Kid Buu has been around for so long and has been destroying things since the beginning of time for such a long time that he may have just the highest body count out of any of the villains.